Hi, good morning. What a conference. I hope nobody partied too hard last night. We're here, my name's Stephen, this is my business partner Juan. We're here to talk about Sublimotion by Paco Roncero, the restaurant in Ibiza. The restaurant itself, based in southern Spain, is headed by head chef Paco Roncero and founder. I don't know how many people know Paco Roncero. Paco Roncero is a celebrity Spanish chef. He has a 2 Michelin-starred restaurant. And he leads the chef team in the restaurant. But I keep saying restaurant. Sublimotion is much more than a restaurant. Sublimotion is perhaps the first complete gastronomic performance. So Sublimotion is much more than what's on your plate. It's a small restaurant. It's 70 meters squared. It holds just 12 guests in an intimate setting. And in the kitchen, they have an amazing 10 Michelin stars. So obviously the restaurant can't have 10 Michelin stars, but they've got together Michelin-starred chefs who each do a plate. They have 12 courses. And in the restaurant itself, there's a team working very hard to produce the spectacle. So they're designers, engineers, stage directors, illusionists, dancers, and so on. And they bring together what is Sublimotion. So I guess at this time, you're probably thinking, what does that actually look like? So let's take a quick look at a short video showing you what is Sublimotion. Pretty spectacular. So the restaurant itself was opened in 2014, but the concept started in 2012. Another one of the founders of Sublimotion, Eduardo Gonzalez, runs Vega Media. He's also director of Vega Media, and there the concept was born. They spent 2 years bringing this to life, and Vega Media are behind the aesthetics of the restaurant. So everything you see, from the undulating clamshells to the pods that drop from the roof, you see the lighting. There's 7 projectors which project 360 surround images. They actually project onto the table, making the table the stage. From the constant search for new technologies, so they have machines that blow scents around not money scents, smells, that blow scents around the room. They have cyclonic wind machines that stir cocktails and that actually levitate some of the courses. And obviously, they integrate technologies like augmented reality and virtual reality. So this is where we came in.
Yeah, so this year, Eduardo from Sublimotion came to us with some questions.
How do you do that?
Well, when Eduardo comes to us with questions, it is some sort of mixed feelings, because we are very excited, because we know we are going to work with Sublimotion, which we love, but we know also that it's going to be a great challenge. And well, Eduardo has crazy ideas. And the questions that he put on the table was if it could be possible to eat with anyone, anytime, anywhere, with the technology that we have now, okay? So, like in a typical Mediterranean dining scene, with all the people chatting, having fun, but in a virtual environment. So, something happens. Okay, so how we were able to do this? When we go to Sublimotion, we know there are really very difficult. There are different challenges. We had already worked with Sublimotion during 3 years with augmented reality mixed with virtual reality, 360, and projections. So we were aware that it is a very challenging environment. Our work is only one course in a place where there are, just imagine, it is like a rock show, but mixed with a high-level restaurant. So there are a lot of waiters, there are actors, and everything has to be smoothly coordinated. So the requirements were, it should be graphically marvelous with marvelous interactions. Eduardo from Sublimotion wanted the people to be moved really to other physical place. It had to be a joint experience, not an individual experience. He wanted all the people having fun on a table. So far, well, okay. It had to be without cables, because as I said, it is a place where you have a lot of waiters, there's a lot of movement, there are actors, so any cable may seem, a disaster. So no cables. It had to be, we should be able to set up everything in 5 minutes and the takedown also in 5 minutes, because it is, as I say, one course of all the Sublimotion environment. So it is like you have to be fast, and finally, you have to be reliable. You have to be able to provide something that works every night with every guest, every time you put it on the stage. So the constraints were very, very hard because, well, anyone that is working with 3D knows that you can set up a configuration for an event where things may fail, where you have, I don't know, the PC suddenly Windows 10 starts to make, there are many things regarding calibration, lighting, that you have to fight. And you have some time. But in Sublimotion, everything had to be smoothly done. So we made different configurations. We had to test different materials because lighting with virtual reality, well, with a setup that finally we could provide based on HTC Vive, well, the lighting is a very important issue. So we had to work and be coordinated with a Sublimotion team to create something reliable. So we started with our design team together with Sublimotion. We created an environment where we take the guest to New York, to Central Park, and, well, they start in a very beautiful winter scene. Then they can see their own hands. They can play with the snow, but they can touch the table. I mean, they are really moved to other place, and well, you have a different. Then you move to spring, and then you have you can play with the butterflies. There are a lot of interactions, and well, the final point was that we had to be able to provide the guest with a virtual snack that could be really eaten. So we work with very different technologies, projections, to be able to place the snack in the right place because there were calibration issues. And at the end, we did it. So To be honest, it is magic. You're in a virtual world, you're touching your table, and then a snack appears, you take it and you eat it. And then you ask yourself, what happened here? I was in Sublimotion in Ibiza, and I am moved to Central Park, and I've eaten something. Where did I eat, and what did I eat? We are very proud that we somehow took a piece of future and put it every night for every guest in Sublimotion.
So the next question was, with such high technology, how do we develop this without breaking the budget? Because we were on the limits of what virtual reality could do. We needed extremely high quality technology, and we couldn't buy 14, 15 sets of this. So we looked for an alternative. There's a startup in Berlin called getgrover.com. We've worked with them quite a few times. They were able to get us the equipment on a higher basis. So what they do, they have a platform. There's a little bit of advertising for them. They have a platform. It's a subscription-based model. You sign up, you get new technology, you use it, and when you're finished using it, you send it back. So Grover have a program called the Creators Program. You can see here it says Art Challenges Technology. And that's essentially what Sublimotion does. So the concept of Sublimotion pushed the technology to the limit. Grover went out of their way to help us. This is a shot I took in Berlin. This was all the equipment that was boxed up. I had to box it up and send it off with the Grover team and send it off to Ibiza. And when it arrived there, this is what it looked like. As Juan said, it's a bit like magic. So Sublimotion is obviously a team effort, and these are all the collaborators behind that brought the XVR experience to life. Thank you for listening today. If you want to find out a bit more of the backstory, we have a landing page at TRT Labs Sublimotion, and yeah, I mean that's basically the end. Thank you very much.
Guys, if you want to stay, move up a little bit.